So today, guys, we finally have news about the upcoming season, the Black Armory, and we do have a launch date for that. Bungie are going to be giving us new information about Season of the Forge. We'll break down how some of that is going to work in this video. We've got new information about how Gambit is going to evolve in the next season, some other changes and things to note as we go into Season 5. We've got some pretty exciting stuff to look at in this video, guys, but it definitely comes in a different format to what we're used to in terms of Destiny content. So if you guys do enjoy the video, a rating below is very much appreciated. If you're new to the channel and you want to keep up to date with everything related to Destiny 2, be sure to hit subscribe. But now, let's jump into it. So we get this news in the form of This Week at Bungie. First, they talk about the Thunderlord quest, which of course came up this week. We now have access to the weapon, and it's a pretty cool shirt that you can pick up on the Bungie store if you've picked up the Thunderlord. I will link Bungie's article down below, and they say the Lost Cryptarch quest will also be available through to November 27th, and after that date, Thunderlord will be rolled into exotic engrams, and the Cosmodrome will return to full quarantine. So do bear that stuff in mind. But next, Bungie talk about Season of the Forge and beyond. We get some details here about Black Armory, the seasonal content, and when we can expect to start actually getting this stuff. So they say with the Thunderlord in play at the end of the trail, the Season of the Outlaw has revealed its very last mystery. If you fought your way from Cade through the raid, we've loved having you along for the ride. The time has come to begin a new conversation about how Destiny Endgame will continue to thrive in the months to come. So they say Season of the Forge will begin on November 27th, 2018. So that's the same date that Season 4 actually ends. And Bungie say on the day it arrives, we're planning to release a brand new vidoc and a full gameplay calendar to illustrate what awaits your Guardian over the rest of the year. What we have planned are not the post-launch expansions you may have played in the past. Your Starside journeys will span 3 distinct seasons that will unfold over the rest of the year. We get some new artwork right there. We do get some more specifics in just a moment, but they say what will each season hold for every player of Destiny 2, and how will the annual pass add to that experience? These are the questions we want to answer as we introduce you to a whole new way to enjoy your hobby as Guardians, with new challenges to conquer and new rewards that you'll want to add to your inventory. They say next week the news coming out of the studio will be random and light, but the week after we'll be exploring all the details of another kind of season. Stay tuned for what comes next. So that's actually all Bungie had to say in This Week at Bungie. We know that Season of the Forge begins on November 27th. Now Bungie don't speak directly about the Black Armory, however we do get more details via Battle.net, where we actually get a release date, as well as more artwork and details. So we have Black Armory up first. Discover weapons of light and fury. Add the Black Armory's treasure to your legend. Black Armory will be delivered over the course of Season of the Forge from December 4th to March 4th. And this includes access to the Black Armory, a new activity, the Lost Forges, a new raid, exotic weapons, quests, triumphs, and collections. So Battle.net confirms that on December 4th, that's when the content from Black Armory will begin to roll out. But do note, it says Black Armory will be delivered over the course of the Season of the Forge from December 4th to March 4th. And so it sounds like the content is perhaps going to roll out a little bit differently to how we've seen it in the past, but also that confirmation that December 4th is when the Black Armory content will begin, and it runs up till March 4th, which is presumably going to be the end of Season 5. And so we're probably going to see the next expansion at the beginning of March 2019. And so it's certainly pretty interesting stuff. Obviously, this is coming in a different format. Also interesting right there on the subject of Black Armory is that it says new activity, the Lost Forges. And previously, this was revealed as Forges of the Chain, but Lost Forges is apparently going to be a new Horde mode. It also says new raid as well, and doesn't specify raid lair. But we do, however, get really cool artwork right here. We see the Black Armory vendor, and they're holding a new exotic sniper, which is going to be really cool to discover in the game. On top of this, though, there are a few words about Joker's Wild and Penumbra. So we see the Drifter right here for Joker's Wild, and it says Gambit was only the beginning, and the Drifter is ready to deal you another deadly hand. Joker's Wild will be delivered over the course of the Season of the Drifter in spring 2019. Then for Penumbra, we're actually seeing Benedict right there in the artwork. And it looks like he's got the Traitor's Fate sword on his back and is aboard the Leviathan. And it says only the brave will learn what lurks in the shadow, and only the strong will survive its teeth. Penumbra will be delivered over the course of the Season of the Shadow in summer 2019. So we've got a lot of content to look forward to, guys. It looks like we're going to have to wait until November 27th for the vidoc to actually get a bit of an idea of how this content is going to roll out and what differentiates it from the kind of releases that we've seen previously, because obviously it is going to be somewhat different. Really cool to get an early look at some of that artwork though, and I'd love to hear your thoughts below. Of course, I'll keep you posted here with any official details that we get about the next season, and of course the Black Armory, which is what we're very curious about at this point. point, and I'd love to hear your thoughts and speculation about that in the comment section. Next though, Bungie confirmed some changes coming to Gambit, and these will come as part of the update on November 27th, when Season of the Forge begins. So they say Infamy rank points awards for all bounties have been doubled, so you'll get double the amount of points every time you turn a bounty in. Numerous dailies, challenges, and weeklies have had their objectives retuned to take less time and be easier to complete, and a new bounty has been added to the daily rotation that requires Primeval Envoy kills. Up next for Infamy rewards, Subdivision rank ups now award Gambit legendary weapons or armor, and no longer will reward blues. The teams that summon the Primeval second can only ever receive one catch-up stack of Primeval Slayer. Previously, the trailing team would receive multiple stacks depending on how far behind they were. They say they fixed issues where the Ascendant Primeval Servitor kill was not counting. So that's just a brief preview of some changes that we'll see in the next season. And they say next week we will have double Infamy inside of Gambit, so 9 AM PST from November 20th, that's up until November 23rd, and then there will also be triple Infamy from November 23rd up until the 27th. So that's definitely going to be useful as well. Inside of Bungie's blog, they break down a few things to note as we go into the next season regarding things that will reset, so this will include your Nightfall rank, Valor ranks, Glory ranks, Infamy, and they do mention that some triumphs are bound to this season as well. And of course there are Pinnacle quests, we've broken down some of the details about those before, but if you want to check any more of them out, I'll link the blog post down below. There is also an update to the known issues list, including pursuit items, issues with the Lost Cryptard quest, the Master Archer bundle, and a bunch of other things that you can check out in that blog post if you need to. So guys, lots of positive changes coming up. Once again, let me know your thoughts and speculation about how the annual pass and the content within it is going to roll out. It's certainly going to be pretty interesting. Bungie do also say though, that on Monday, November 19th at 10 AM PST, there will be a Last Wish raid along. So a bunch of the Bungie developers will actually be going through the Last Wish raid, talking about the production of it. And some of you guys may remember we had some of those back in the day in Destiny 1 as well. So that should certainly be pretty cool. And who knows what other insights and things we might learn about inside of that stream. Next though, let's speak about some stuff that's happening in the game right now. Of course, we got the Thunderlord exotic machine gun this week for the first time in Destiny 2, and I saw some conversation about machine gun bonuses, and what kind of bonuses would be good for the Thunderlord. There are actually some in the game right now that are really strong, I'll talk about in just a moment, but with machine guns returning in the Black Armory expansion with Season 5, I definitely anticipate that we would see machine gun bonuses in general on armor. However, at the moment, there are definitely some that you can benefit from, so of course, things like unflinching power aim. It's going to give you a minor benefit with things like the Thunderlord. It has plenty of recoil, and so if you do get flinched, it's definitely easy to get knocked off target, so don't sleep on bonuses like unflinching power aim. There is also heavy ammo finder, in general, a good bonus to get heavy ammo, but one which is really good, which not a lot of people are speaking about just yet, would be heavy lifting. Now this actually grants you bonus super energy on kills with heavy ammo, and with Thunderlord, it's really good, because of course you can make plenty of kills with the weapon. It actually chains, so you can take down a bunch of enemies at once. And with heavy lifting, or especially enhanced heavy lifting, you'll get a ton of super energy back. My friend Jarv sent me a clip right here, killing a bunch of ads in the raid, and you can see that with enhanced heavy lifting, which drops on the Dreaming City and the raid armor, you get a ton of super energy back. So definitely really good bonuses. And of course, once we get machine gun ammo bonuses as well, it's going to be really awesome. Something else to mention right here, my friend Jarv's footage, if you use a Phoenix Protocol for the Warlock, paired with heavy lifting with a Thunderlord, it's absolutely ridiculous for getting a ton of super energy back. Literally, in just a couple of seconds, you can farm another super. Of course, part of that is the Phoenix Protocol bonus, but heavy lifting and enhanced heavy lifting definitely are excellent bonuses for Thunderlord. A couple of quick roundups of additional things to take note of. If you are hunting the Riven's Bane title for the Last Wish raid, then of course you have to complete a bunch of challenges in the raid. Do note that you actually have to be clan rank 4 right now in order to pick those challenge bounties up, and so of course that means with a new season, the clan ranks will be reset, and it could be a couple of weeks until your clan reaches the appropriate level to pick those bounties up again to continue progress for this title. So do bear in mind we have just a couple of weeks left, and of course it's dependent on Bungie actually rotating the challenges that you need to complete still, so don't miss out on that one. On top of this, there is a new spider bounty this week. Just in case you wanted to check it out, it's called the Eye in the Dark, and it's a new one. Takes you to Mars, and you actually have to kill the Shrieker. There is a kind of mini mechanic there as well. You take down the Cursed Thrall, and they'll drop the Scent of the Worm, which is the kind of buff that allows you to actually damage the boss. There was also a buff you used to be able to get back in the Dreadnought, I believe, to open a chest. That was back in D1. But either way, just a quick shout if you hadn't checked that bounty out yet. And of course, there are triumphs and all that good stuff if you're collecting them. Another quick shout right here, Destiny has actually been nominated for the Game Awards 2018. Forsaken has a couple of different nominations. We've got Best Ongoing Game and Best Art Direction, so if you want to support Destiny 2, see if we can help get it one of these Game Awards, that would be absolutely awesome, and I'll link the main page where you can vote down below. But for now guys, that is going to summarize this week's video, so lots of exciting stuff to look forward to. Let me know your thoughts on it as always. I did cover some new information in my video yesterday about a Season 5 Pinnacle Gambit weapon, much like Luna's Howl or Broadsword. That is something confirmed to be coming in Season 5 beginning in just a few weeks time. So I'll link that video down below if you do want to check it out. But if you have enjoyed this one, a rating below is very much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe to see a lot more Destiny content. But for now, as always, I very much appreciate you guys tuning in, and for all of the recent support, whatever you guys get up to, I hope you have an awesome day.